What's going on? What's going on? It's Dan. It's Dan from the Fantasy Gods. What's going on? Um, we're live today. We are live on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Man, we are doing a mock draft. Join us in the Discord if you guys are interested. I got this. The link is in the Discord. I'm also posting it on YouTube and Twitch. Please give us a follow. Let us join. Get all in while you can. I am in this mock draft at pick 107. We're going to do 10 rounds. Super flex PPR snake draft. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it. We are here. The players in the Discord have challenged the gods to a mock. They think we can't get the players that we can in these mock drafts. So come on in. Let's get it. Potter, what's good, man? Let's get it. That's right. We are here. We're about to do these things. Yeah, man, let's fill up this. Let's fill up this mock, man. Okay, we pretty much got everybody. So I'm gonna lock in everybody since we are in. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in the draft. I'm gonna pause the draft though, just to kind of get everybody in here. So Ken, yeah, the link's already in, man. So it's already there. If you weren't able to get in, we'll definitely get you in next time for sure. But hey, man, got to be in the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. That's where I'm going to be posting the links first. If you guys are following us in the Discord, that is where we're going to be first off. Again, I have the 7th pick. Justin, he has chosen the 4th pick. Again, Superflex PPR. Yeah, Superflex PPR, man, 2QB. Let's go. Let's get it. Welcome to the TikTok live. What's going on, guys, on TikTok? Welcome. If you guys are just joining us, go follow us in the Discord. And then, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's go get it, man. Go get it in this mock draft. We're about to start. And yeah, so for those of you guys, again, like I said, just joining us, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, man, and go follow our personal pages as well while you're at it. Why not? Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start the mock draft. I'm going to pause it theoretically and just kind of go through with my picks. Justin will join us shortly. He's going to be on here in a minute, and then we'll go through it. So we'll go ahead and resume the draft, and then we'll go ahead and pause it when Justin is picking, because again he's got to do his thing. So stand by, and we're going to share the screen as well. Sharing the screen here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And again, so we'll wait for Justin to get on. So the first 3 picks. I apologize about that. Cool. All right. Justin always got an excuse. I know, fantasy dude. He's always busy, man. He's more busy than me. That's why he's got the excuses. So all right. So 12-team mock, right? So we got Ken first one, Jonathan Taylor, and then Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, surprising pick right there. Derrick Henry, King Henry, who is, he is a beast, but for me, PPR, man, I like to stay away from Derrick Henry. And Josh Allen at number 3 overall by Connor. Connor's joining us, man. Connor is a huge stat guy. Loves the stats. And in Superflex PPR, he went with Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, always an incredible pick, man. You can't deny the talent of Josh Allen. Yep, it's all good, man. So Justin will be here shortly. And if you guys are watching our TikTok, man, go to YouTube, go to Twitch, go to Twitter. That's where you guys can see me, my screen, and you're going to be able to see Justin as well. Hop on in, man. Let's go. Let's get it. So, yeah. So the guys in the Discord are calling us out. They're saying that they could draft better than us. So let's go. Come on in. We got a bunch of guys from the Discord, talking mess. And that's what we like, man. That's what we like to do, man. We like to, talk mess back, but give you guys information about how we evaluate drafts and what we're thinking in each pick. So I'm looking forward to getting to my pick and kind of letting you guys know what's going on, man. So, so we have some comments in the chat already, man. You guys are not understanding. You got to read the scoring. You got to read the lineups, man. I'm telling you. Again, going running back in a super flex league, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So don't be mad, but at the end of the day, pick the best player available that you think is gonna do it. So don't worry about if you went running back with your first pick and you're upset by it. Who cares? Move on. There's plenty of QBs. Don't worry about it, man. um, so yeah, so as you can see my screen here, you're gonna see everybody that I'm lining up to pick. Again, I'm going to give you my thoughts on pretty much every pick and what I'm thinking. Just that way, it can kind of help you guys along your journey of how to evaluate the draft and figuring out, how do I, these guys went, and so or this guy was taken and this guy was my favorite. What do I do now? How do I move forward and stuff like that? So Justin Henry,
What's happening?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, had to get all set up real quick. We seen some comments come in about this mock and how they're gonna dominate the mock. They off to a bad start already, bro.
Oh yeah, already, man. Already off to a bad start. So, all right, man. Are you ready? Are you good?
Superflex, let's run it.
Let's run it. All right, we're resuming the mock. Here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Justin Henry.
Let's get it.
And we started off with Cooper Kupp, my man. There it is. See,
they're gonna be like, "How'd you get Cooper Kupp? How'd you get Cooper Kupp and a receiver? It's fake."
Yeah, it's fake.
Watch me work, bro.
Come on, man. This
is all live, no bots, right? I just want to make sure it's all live, no bots, so we don't hear no excuses about the mock draft later on. That's all I want to
know. Exactly, man. No excuses. No excuses. So for my pick, I went with Najee. I feel like, again, locked in. He's a young guy in his prime. I feel that, hey, Pittsburgh has upgraded their quarterback situation. They got a lot of wide receivers that you need to worry about as well with Freiermuth. Give me the volume. Give me Najee Harris.
Control the draft. Do not let it control you.
Yeah, exactly. Control the draft. What's up, man? I love what you're doing. Hey, I appreciate that,
Taco
man.
Frog. That's real. Appreciate you, dog.
85, man. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, dog. Why is my sleeper not updating right now? Let me refresh this thing.
So you see, Connor went with the QB and was trying to get everybody to go on that QB run. It looks like he's been bamboozled. This is what happens, man. In drafts, again, you have to do what you think is going to control the draft. Don't let the draft control you. And like I said, Josh Allen's a great quarterback, but hey, man,
you know what? There's different strokes for this shit, man. And I think people are so tied in, like, you have to do this strategy. When you go super flex, you have to get a QB early. When you go into a regular draft, you have to go running back early. The draft normally should dictate how you change your strategy. When I talk about zero RB, I think people are like, oh, that's the only strategy you should go with. That's the only way that he plays. And I'm like, no, it just depends on literally how the players are lining up, what type of league I'm in. 12-team league, and Cooper Kupp is there at number 4. I'm going to reach a little bit, man. So to me, it depends on the league you're in and how the draft's playing out.
Yeah, absolutely. And our boy Devin, man, talking the most mess.
Your boy Devin. Hey, my boy Devin.
And yeah, well, he's someone's boy, and we all know who that one is. But
Devin's
you got Justin Herbert and Swift on the back end.
Swift at 12. Come on, dog.
Man, hey. I don't know, man. The Mixon's still on the board, man.
Hey, if that's how you win in drafts, I'm not tripping, bro. Because you're not winning the draft taking Swift at 12.
No, absolutely not, man. Swift is primed for a solid year, but there's some options that we needed to. We should probably go the other way.
Hey, it's all good. We got to see how it plays out because everybody loves their draft. I'm guilty of this too. Everybody loves their draft after the first 5 to 10 picks. But it's like it really matters how you build your bench and where you're reaching, because a lot of people tend to reach later on in the drafts. And so I think that when you're going into a draft, you can look at your team through 6 rounds and feel really confident. It's easy to do. But remember, it's a long-ass draft, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Garnett Wilson, what's up, guys? Johnny, forgiveness the gods. What's going on? How you guys doing? Follow us again on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. That is where you guys will see me and Justin as well. And I'm on the clock.
Connor and Ken in here too, bro. Connor and Ken was good.
We got it all. Okay, so I'm looking at the board, and there's a few more running backs that I like. Nick Chubb, obviously, awesome running back. Very, average for PPR. So for me, I like that I locked in Najee Harris. I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. Really like him there.
Ooh, okay.
And it's looking like my running backs are locked in. So now I can kind of shift if I want to in the third round.
And see, the way that the board is acting up right now, a lot of people are going position heavy. And to me, and I hope this doesn't influence the next two picks, to me, I have to grab a quarterback here. In super flex league, yeah, Pat Mahomes went. It's not surprising. Have to go quarterback here. I'm actually going to take Kyler Murray right now because I feel like he carries the most upside. Now, when I look at who's left, I look at Nick Chubb. When we talk about best player available, I look at who can win you a league right now. And Nick Chubb is not at that game-breaking player to where I'd be like, I need to take Nick Chubb over Kyler Murray. Also, when I look at the receivers, which I tend to look at receivers a lot more value. CeeDee Lamb does have wide receiver, like the wide receiver one capability. But for me, I think having a locked in Kyler Murray is more important at this point. I'm going with Kyler at the 2.9 pick, man. I can't believe you fell that far.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's a great solid pick there. Like I said, I think Barkley was kind of a game winner at the running back position outside of anybody else there. You could say Kamara, but again, Kamara has got that suspension looming. I wanted to fade that situation there. So for me, had Barkley not been there, I definitely think that the 2 QB strategy is the way to go.
Yeah, no, I ain't mad at that. And, Connor's stacking up early. He got 2 guys who probably in most super flex league go first round, but now he has to start taking other players. There's still some other quarterbacks left. To me, that's the only problem is if you do start the QB run, like the one reason I took Cooper Kupp is because I noticed the first 2 picks were not quarterbacks. And so to me, the feel of the draft was, okay, if I take another position players, everybody's going to start taking position players after that. Like that, I kind of was in my mind stating that, okay, I want to be the one that doesn't get left without a position player heading into this wraparound. Now, if those first 2 picks would have been QBs, I probably would have took a QB, just to be honest.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. So Justin Henry back on the clock. What is our thought process moving forward here?
So I'm looking right now. A lot of the receivers that I was going to take are gone. So I think I'm going to fade the running back position and get the best value. That's Nick Chubb, who I do have as a top 10 running back right now. And will be going as the running back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'd be going as the running back 10. I feel real good about his value there. The only other person I'm looking at is Aaron Jones. But I think I'm going to go with Nick Chubb for the safe floor. I got Cooper Kupp, Kyler Murray for the upside. Let's run it.
Cool. Yeah, Nick Chubb is locked in top 12 status.
And I already know how this will go on. We posted our teams like Nick Chubb. There's no way Nick Chubb goes in the 3rd round. Like this is the kind of shit that happens though when you draft in live drafts. Things like this can happen. You got to take the best value that falls to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right, so I'm looking at the draft board now. I could go any which way. For me, there's 2 things. I love a few of the quarterbacks that are still on the board, and really I like T. Higgins. I'm going to go with T. Higgins. I feel like locking in a top tier receiver, especially with Joe Burrow, and if Jamar Chase were to go down, I really like T. Higgins. I just want to get that one guy that I know I can kind of trust, throw out there. Low end wide receiver 1. Give me T. Higgins.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, man. I can tell you're going 0. At least looking, it seems like you might be fading the QB position, which I'm not mad at. There's so much depth in the QB position, and you're in a good spot too. In case there's another run on quarterbacks, there's still a few options there waiting for you.
Yeah, definitely. So Carr running backs heavy on the running backs on pick 109. God damn. Okay.
That's heavy, bro.
Heavy, especially Kamara's games.
But he's getting some good value. I honestly can't be too mad at it. Like Mixon was a top 5 back last year going in the 2nd round. Alvin Kamara, if he's not suspended six games, that's tremendous value in the 3rd round. So I'm not too mad at it. I do have worries about obviously the ability to like maintain that throughout the season with health. One of those 3 is more than likely to get hurt at some point, but I can't be too mad at it value wise.
Yeah, definitely not. Cool. So we got pick 110, Vic. He's got Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill. Probably looking at a quarterback here, in my opinion. I think he's going to go quarterback.
Maybe. I could see him taking a running back. There's some pretty good running backs still on the board as well. And, Devin has a quarterback, so I doubt he goes QB again. And Newton may take 1 QB. So right now there's, Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, Dak. They're all kind of that similar range. I could see either another receiver or running back actually going right here. Maybe even Mark Andrews.
Well, we'll find out, man.
Yeah.
40 seconds on the clock. And he's not even online. Uh-oh.
He had to go do some research real quick.
He got scared.
Hey, sometimes it happens, man. The
Uh-oh.
draft doesn't work out. It could be a matter of, hey, I was planning on getting this player and I didn't. Sometimes these mocks, man, people leave early.
Yeah. But that's okay. You know what? That's all right. Not a big deal. It is what it is. But we're gonna move on regardless. Either way. If Alvin Kamara doesn't get suspended, but Ridley does, it's unfair. Well, we'll find out. The NFL is tricky, and in regards to their suspensions, who knows, man?
It happens. Oh, he went auto draft. Who they picked for him? Mark Andrews.
Hey, Mark Andrews, man, I can't be
It's
mad
not
at that.
pick.
Can't be mad at that.
I'm not as big on Mark Andrews as everybody else is, but going here this late after 2 tight ends have gone, if this is a tight end premium, it's a great value. It's about average value right now, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little bit of better pick, but Mark Andrews, again, you're locking in a top 5 tight end. Yeah. Can't really hate it. So give me.
Facts.
Cool. So Devin on the turn locked in Javonte Williams and DJ Moore. I'm going to go ahead and say that I still like Harris, Barkley, and Higgins for that. The 3 there. So we'll see what I do here.
I'm not really worried about that team right now.
Not afraid of that team.
You know who's setting up very nicely right now is your boy Connor. He's got Josh Allen over there with the Hurts and AJ Brown stack. I'm curious to see what he does here on the next 2 picks.
He's gonna go receiver. I already know.
100%. He's hoping that Deontay Johnson is waiting there for him. I bet he is.
I'll put 1,000 on it that says he goes receiver.
next two picks will be receiver for sure.
All right. All right. So for myself, I'm going to look at quarterbacks. I'm going to go with Dak Prescott. Really like Dak Prescott. I think that, with CeeDee Lamb and Gallup coming back with Schultz, I like the weapons there. It seems like he's in the best shape of his life is what he's been told. Yeah. Give me Dak Prescott with Ezekiel Elliott going down. They should rely on Dak a lot more this year.
I like it. This is probably going to be the first reach of the draft. Not significant, but I probably would go with a quarterback here. If I wasn't worried about Connor taking one, I think Ken is going to grab one at least. And Zane, I don't think he's going to grab a quarterback right now. He looks like he values talent. So I'm going to pass on the quarterback. Even though I'm talking about strategy right now, it's a mock draft. So I want to make sure you guys are kind of getting the thought process behind what I'm doing. I probably would take like an Aaron Rodgers or Trey Lance here, but I have a feeling one of them is going to come back to me. So at this point, I'm going to take a reach right now because I'm not sure this player will. I'm taking Michael Pittman right now.
I love it.
I think that he's going to have a really good year. He's right up there with that T. Higgins, Keenan Allen range to me. So to me, I feel like reaching on him is a great option at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, this is why we do the mock drafts for you guys, so that you guys can understand our thought process at each pick and kind of seeing, hey, this is what we're looking at. This is what we should be doing. And of course, Connor takes Aaron Rodgers for no reason at all. Messing with his team. It is a 10-round mock. Okay, 10 rounds. So, worthless pick for Aaron Rodgers. Worthless, absolutely worthless.
Sometimes hating is better than winning, I guess.
I think he just wanted me to lose $1,000 is what he is.
Hating is better than winning, Connor. Shout out to Connor, man. Y'all make sure you go follow him on TikTok.
And that is what Connor does, man. Not a big deal.
I love it, man. Hey, Connor makes me sharper, though. I ain't going to lie, man. When you got to deal with haters, sometimes it makes you a little bit sharper. I don't consider Connor a hater.
And he goes another quarterback. Now he's just messing with us.
I think he's mad right now because he's realizing a lot of the top players that win. This is what we talk about, control the draft. Not every draft is going to take super flex the same way you do. So just be very careful with that when you're going into drafts. Just because they're sitting on your bench doesn't mean they hold tremendous value. There's a lot of quarterbacks this year. And because he's still on the board, I thought for sure he'd be gone. I'm taking DK Metcalf here in the 5th round.
Yeah, I absolutely love DK's value. I mean, it's been shot ever since. And I think, I feel like, DK is one Jimmy G away. Like he's just one trade away, like a Cam Newton, right, to come out of retirement in a sense. Like
I don't think he even needs that.
One good one, and his value's there.
If we're really looking at DK, when he played with Geno, he was not bad. Like, was he top 5 wide receiver? No. But DK Metcalf held his own even with Geno Smith there. If anybody's going to struggle, it's going to be Tyler Lockett. But to me, DK is just one of those alpha dogs. No matter if you throw the ball up to him, he's going to go grab it. So if he has 1,208 and 10, somewhere around that range, would you be upset? Hell no, not in the 5th round.
Oh, no, absolutely not. All right, so I'm looking at the draft. I really wanted Deontay Johnson to follow me here. It seems like the Steeler fan up there decided to steal him in the 5th round. I think that's a great value for Deontay Johnson. So to me, I'm going to go with a little bit of upside. I feel like I got a lot of safe picks. Give me Trey Lance. Lock in that super flex QB as my QB2. Love him as a QB2. Do not like him as a QB1, unfortunately. I'm just not there yet. Maybe in the preseason I might be. But locking in Trey Lance and Dak Prescott, both guys that can run, specifically Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I like Trey Lance as a QB2 on my team right now. This is perfect. Everything is running.
I feel like you got some tremendous value with the quarterbacks late in the draft, and I really like what you're doing over there. Your setup looks really good. Interested to see what you do because receiver is pretty deep, and so a lot of people think that we talk about fading, running backs early. It's not like that. It's literally how does the draft fall to you? And right now, there's still a lot of value at the wide receiver position, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob, low key thinking about going QB in round 1 and 2 in a 12-man league. Would that be stupid or question mark? So going back-to-back QBs again, you're gonna have to double check your scoring. Make sure that it does favor QBs if you're gonna ever do that. If it's a standard league, absolutely not. We're not doing that. And make sure that we are in a super flex minimum. So you have to be able to start 2 QBs if you're going to do that strategy. In my opinion, I think 1 QB, especially if you're in the early rounds, it's okay. But I tend to not like to do back-to-back QBs. That's just me. I just feel like I can rock with a lower tier QB, or if I can get some value, just like I did with Trey Lance in the 5th round, then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not a big fan of doing 2 QBs. It's PPR, but all the great QBs are gone at their first 3 rounds. Who cares? Who cares? There are a lot of talented QBs for fantasy purposes, in my opinion, late. I think Derek Carr has the ability to be up there for fantasy. I feel like the defense is going to let him down. He's going to have to throw. He got all the weapons in the world. Derek Carr is the perfect hey, if I'm going to fade the top 3 QBs, which is usually Mahomes, Allen, and Herbert, everybody wants them, but not everybody gets them. Go get yourself a Derek Carr.
Yeah, I like Derek Carr this year. I'm not taking him over some of the household names. I think he went before like Brady, or no, he didn't. He went before Trey Lance. To me, the upside is there with Trey Lance. I get if you want the safer pick with Carr, or if you're trying to use him as trade bait as Connor is trying to do. But Derek Carr to me does have a little bit more upside than he carried last year. So I'm not mad at that pick. It's just to me, there's a lot of QBs in that range. So I probably would wait for the last one that I like, and you'll probably see him coming up right here.
That's it. Corey, somehow I sent out the link before I got the notification. I'm sorry about that. I'm pretty sure
Discord, homie.
The link on the Discord. So if you have to follow the Discord. Discord guys get first priority on the link. So I apologize about that, Corey. But at the end of the day, follow us in Discord. It's free. It's free to follow. Hop in the Discord. The link's in our TikTok bio, man. Go get it. Go get it done. All right.
Still a lot of good receivers here available, man. I'm surprised this late we haven't seen a huge receiver run. I think it's coming now with a lot of running backs off the board.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see that. And I for sure need another receiver. I'm looking at my lineup here and I go, okay, I got T. Higgins. Like to get a little bit more of an upgrade. I'm looking at again, there's a lot of receivers you can go with. You can go Courtney Sutton, who, I like Jerry Jeudy. A lot of people, I think Courtney Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, I feel like are the new Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods debate of last year.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever gets that one right is going to potentially win your leagues, in my opinion. I just feel like Russell Wilson, getting those guys, it's going to be good. It's going to be good either way. And if you can nail it, one of those 2 down, I'm Team Jeudy. Justin is Team Jeudy. But, if Courtney Sutton hits, man, it's going to be good.
Could be scary hours. One thing I wanted to note right here is when you're around this range too. So it looks like in a 12-team league, this is around pick 60, pick 65 or something like that. when you're around this range, the 60 to 65 range, notice the running backs that are left. It's Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders, Clyde Edwards, Damian Harris, like the last of the kind of the starters. So this in your mind, you can be thinking to yourself, okay, this is probably a time when people are going to take those other positions now. Tight end, quarterback. Like this seems to be that gray area where the draft flips from running back heavy to like you better start grabbing those receivers because they're going to go. So the people that obviously we're on a mock, so I'm not really tripping too much, but there's going to be people reaching for a Rashad Bateman. There's going to be people reaching for a Gabriel Davis right here. This is the area where if you're trying to get your guys, like if you're mocking with 12 teams, you're trying to get your guys in your draft, and you really, really, really think one of your guys is going to break out, like I don't mind overpaying for a Rashad Bateman in this round. Like this is the round, the 6th and 7th round in a 12 team is really where you want to start doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you there. I'm looking at it, and I'm gonna go with Courtney Sutton. Just feel like I have a really good grasp on Russell Wilson's potential in that offense, and I think he's a safe pick with the upside of Lance. So give me Courtney Sutton, and then on the back end, probably going another receiver. I just don't like the running back skill remaining.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna do kind of something similar. Actually, I'm gonna do something similar. Right now, my head is torn between like Allen Robinson right now, Dalton Schultz, maybe Jameis Winston. Like I'm kind of thinking in that area right now. I think Jameis would be a reach right now. I don't think a lot of people are really targeting Jameis. There's a lot of quarterbacks off the board already, so I'm not really too worried about that. And there's a couple others with similar upside that I like. The running backs to me aren't really appeasing. I already got Nick Chubb, so I feel good about this in a three receiver. We got 2 flex. One of them's a receiver flex. So to me, I'm definitely going to grab another receiver, and it's going to be Allen Robinson to pair up with Cooper Kupp. I don't feel like that's a bad stack.
Yeah, especially Robinson as your wide receiver 4. I don't hate it, especially, and also could be trade bait value as well. I like the process. I like it. I like it going.
Yeah. Well, I think he's somebody I would keep because if something were ever to happen, a lot of people talk about Cooper Kupp's injury history and him having a little bit of risk. Like all the players get hurt, obviously, but some people talk about Cooper Kupp's injury history. If Allen Robinson were ever to step up into that number 1 role, it could be really scary, man. Like his value would go from borderline wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 to like bottom end at minimum, bottom end wide receiver 1.
So a question for you guys: whose ranking on Sleeper do you think is too low? I feel like Pittman's the one that stand out. Yeah, I feel like Pittman. In every mock draft that I've done on Sleeper, it seems like I'm getting him, really late. It seems like it's always in the 4th round. Pittman, just has the ability to be a top 10 wide receiver. I mean, he's got everything that you look for. He's got the height, weight, speed. Dominated last year with a breakout year of 1,000 yards. Now he upgrades his quarterback just a little bit. I'll give him a slight upgrade. And there's really no dominant wide receiver 2 on that team. Paris Campbell and Alec Pierce trying to figure out who is that number 2 guy. Seems like Campbell right now is starting to break away from that. But we'll see what happens in training camp. But Michael Pittman, man, it just seems like, man, he is just ready to go. Ready to go. Yeah. He's going to get about 10 to 12 targets a game. I mean, feed him the rock, feed Taylor, and the Colts will be good.
I think Rashad Bateman is the guy that I kind of look at his value super low. He's going after like Drake London and Treylon Burks, who both of their projected yards in Vegas right now is like 750. And to me, Rashad Bateman is a lock for 1,000 yards this year if he stays healthy. So getting him after both of those guys, it seems like that ADP is way too low.
Yeah. Corey, we're not doing another mock draft today, but we will try and get another one going later on, possibly on the weekend. So just bear with us. And I will probably see if we could get that link to you prior to.
I'm still going to wait. Still going to wait on running back. Godwin to me is now an intriguing value, especially since we have 2 receiver flex positions. Chris Godwin's value seems like this is really good value here. He's the last of like the elite receivers. The only thing is you got to wait on him. Him and I didn't see and D-Hop just went too. So he's the last to me of the elite receivers. And I feel like the running backs, it's going to be a running back 2 in there that I don't really care about. So I'm going to go with receiver here and take Chris Godwin.
Yeah, man, that's huge. Just Godwin. I mean, look at all the receivers you got. I mean,
they're gonna say it's fake, bro. They're gonna say, "Oh, this isn't a real draft." Here we are.
It's all fake, man. We don't get these picks. How do you do it? How do you do
Yeah,
it?
man. How do you do it? How does your team look like that? It's like, bro, like this is just it's practice and taking the best talent like in your head instead of reaching for players. You take what's on the board. I know I need another running back. And yes, I know I'm not going to have the running backs that some of these other teams have. I'm not going to have Eckler, Mixon, and Kamara. But at the end of the day, I'm also going to have some stacked, consistent receivers. Whereas that team's probably going to be struggling with their receiver position, really inconsistent with Waddle and Williams. So it's different strokes. I'm not hating on his team. I think his setup is okay. But for me and the way that I play, I also am very heavy on and active on free agency. I'm very active on trades. So I'll make it a point to get a running back at some point in the season. You only have to start two, and they're the most injury prone position. To me, I'm going to get value at the receiver position that's slipping.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm looking at the receivers on the board. I was thinking about, Gabe Davis. Obviously, this one is going to be a reach here. I think Gabe Davis goes around in this range, but I feel like I just can't get quite behind Gabe Davis at this pick. But did bulk up in the offseason. So he's saying it's 227 pounds.
Ooh,
My dude,
is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
size. Put on some size. But I think I'm going to go with the Slim Reaper when we talk about size. Love Devonta Smith as my wide receiver 3. I think, A.J. Brown opens up for Devonta Smith, who already had 1,000 yards last year. Kind of like a Michael Pittman, where it's like, hey, man, we know this guy's good. I like Devonta Smith.
Deshaun Watson is going to, man, if you're drafting early, that could be a big game changer for a lot of leagues right now.
Yeah, he's also one. If you get right, if he doesn't get suspended, or if it's suspension for low amount of weeks, you're going to win leagues. Man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
top five QB for the low, man. It's just if he gets 12 games, 10 games, then it's a whole different story. But if he gets 4 to 6, like they've been talking about, that could be a win.
That could be a win.
So
it's all about your risk tolerance, man.
All about risk tolerance, man.
Can you be okay with the risk?
Now we're around this area here, Dan, and what are you like looking at? Because you've already got a lot of the makeup of your team, right? You've got your stud receivers, you got your stud running backs for the most part. Most teams have at least one of each of the starters. What are you looking for here? Are you looking for like, hey, I need to fill out my team? Are you looking for upside? What you need? I know we're talking about best available player, but I'm sure that there's like one or two guys that you're looking at. What's your thought process on this pick right now?
Well, I think for me, it's just more or less. I just kind of look at my team and I see, hey, are there any weaknesses? A lot of times I kind of play it a little bit safer in the early rounds, and I like to do a lot of risks towards the mid and back end, especially after the 10th round. It's really, to me, it's all upside. Like I don't like to draft guys that are mid. The Russell Gages of the world. There's no reason to draft these guys. I don't care where they are. It's just kind of a waste to me. Like, you want some upside. Right here, I would kind of look for a tight end. I just feel like I just need a little bit more upside, and I'm going to go with Juju Smith-Schuster. Wow. Really like Juju on the Chiefs. Gives you that veteran presence, a guy that's been there, done that before. He wanted to go to the Chiefs last year, and then finally gets them this year. So to me, I just feel like as my wide receiver 4, that's kind of upside I'm looking for.
You went with Juju over your boy Gabe Davis, huh?
I did, yeah. I feel like Juju can be a wide receiver 1 in that offense, whereas Gabriel Davis, we know, is not going to be a wide receiver 1. Now, can he break out? Absolutely. Can he be a high-end wide receiver 2 if Diggs were to perish? Hopefully not. I don't want to see that as a Bills fan. But if Diggs were to go out for any time, I definitely see Gabriel Davis being a top 15 option.
Yeah, and what I look for here is I look for a little bit of upside, and then I also look for like, all right, who's the best player that can like really fill out my roster? And so I'm looking at the running backs. The only one that kind of gets me excited is going to be Kareem Hunt, and it may be Chase Edmonds. So I'm looking at those two right now. What I want to do is take Kareem Hunt and then hopefully come around and get Chase Edmonds. That's my goal right now, but I kind of feel like C-Plant, I don't know if C-Plant's going to take another receiver, and he doesn't like Chase Edmonds at all. So I'm gonna go with Kareem Hunt here and see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, I think Kareem Hunt's a solid option. And you locked in that Cleveland offense, especially if one of them were to go down, you instantly have a top 5 running back option.
Well, I forgot to
especially if
mention that
Watson
when I was
plays.
picking. Yeah, I forgot to mention that when I was picking is that I knew I had Nick Chubb, and so I was uncertain about do I want Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. But if Chase Edmonds gets back to me, then it makes everything go smooth.
Definitely. We'll see what happens on the turn here. Ken, man, no, Justin Fields starter. I feel like you need another QB in one of these picks, man. I feel like it's just
a lot of people like Justin Fields. You know, do you think Justin Fields carries Trey Lance's upside? Because I've seen that thrown around as well.
no, absolutely not. I don't think that. Just because, in my opinion, I feel like the Niners are set up for success, right? They're set up for a championship. Really, they are.
Yeah.
They have that squad in them. Especially last year, they made it pretty far. And they have way better weapons. You got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. I absolutely like Trey Lance's weapons. So I can't say the same thing for Fields. Now, I guess Mooney bulked up a couple pounds. I like that. But
Unless it's
because
Leonard
he's a
Fournette
fast
way,
guy, I
right?
don't think he's going to lose any speed. But
Right.
yeah, man, I'm going to go with Trey Lance. Give me Trey Lance. Looks dynamic when he played last year as well. Fields had some up and down games, but when you saw Trey Lance on the field, it just seemed like he was another level of athlete. Just kind of seemed like, hey, man, this guy really knows what he's doing.
He's ready, bro. Like Trey Lance is ready, and I think people are sleeping on his value because Jimmy G is still there. Like, oh, he's not the starter, or how do you know he's going to play? And it's like this team has been locked in with him throughout the whole offseason. I don't think Kyle Shanahan's going to go into the offense knowing that Trey Lance is a starter, working out with all the guys. Like Brandon Knight's been posting nothing but Trey Lance stuff on his brand new TikTok, and the guys love him. So Trey Lance is a starter. George Kittle's been on podcasts talking about him as a starter. We all know Jimmy G is gone. He had shoulder surgery to tank his value. And so Jimmy G is out of there. It's Trey Lance season, baby. And he has so much upside, man. That's a top five.
Does.
You look at Jalen Hurts, what he did last year. That's a top 5 guy if everything's right.
Yeah, absolutely. So a minute left on my pick. Just kind of give an evaluation. Again, we only have 10 rounds. We got to fill out a starting lineup. So to me, I'm looking at the tight end position. Love Zach Ertz in his first stint with Arizona, and I also like the fact that no D-Hop for the first 6 weeks, should be heavily targeted. Give me Zach Ertz for value in the 9th round.
Ertz, he snaked my pick, man.
And how to do it.
I'm gonna get your guy Cole Kmet then.
There it is.
I'm good. Not one thing. Thanks for the response. If you guys need a website, let me know. We do need a website. So send us a DM on the Discord, either Dan or myself, and we'll get back to you, homie.
Yeah, absolutely. So who do you guys think is going to take wide receiver 3 spot for the Bills? Isaiah McKenzie or Jameson Crowder? I think it's going to be Jameson Crowder. I think he's more of a traditional wide receiver. Isaiah McKenzie is kind of like that. He's that gadget player for the Bills, man. He could kind of do it all. Whatever you need, he's going to do. He's kind of that company man. He's just, great attitude.
He's been impressing in camp too.
Yeah, great feel for the game. I mean, can I see a situation where he does take over? Yeah. I mean, Jameson Crowder's a little bit older. And so, who knows? But, for me, hey, man, whatever it takes for the Bills to win a Super Bowl is all I care about, man. I don't really care what happens, man. Just win the Super Bowl. Should Davis Mills be value lowered or increased? I think you got to increase Davis Mills. I just feel like, there's a lot of shit talking for him earlier last year, and he put up, consecutive 300-yard games. He was okay. And the Houston Texans are going to be dropping back, passing the ball. So to me, it's like you're probably going to get a lot of interceptions, but I feel like you're going to get a lot of yards out of Davis Mills. And he's always going to be a QB, probably 3 in most drafts. So the value at the end of the day is going to be there.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be a Pat Stafford. And to me, at the end of the day, like he's the 3rd QB in most drafts. So, or on waivers. So really, how are you going to hurt? How is it going to hurt getting a QB?
Yeah, we're going to have to, I think what we can do, and Davis Mills, I'm not taking Davis Mills in any draft, so we can just leave that a moot point. But what I do think we should do somehow, some way, is post this draft to the post. We'll post it as a TikTok, and we'll see who has the best team. Y'all can drop your thoughts in the chat or the Discord. Let us know who y'all think has the best draft so far. I'm not saying it's me, but it is.
Yeah, hell no, that's not you. No worries. All right, I'm gonna go with Devin Singletary. I feel like give me Devin Singletary. Give me him as my RB3, the only real starter left on the board.
Yeah.
And I think he's getting value with Singletary. I think a lot of people are hyping up James Cook, rightfully so. But at the end of the day, give me the starter, man. Give me someone that's been there, done that. Josh Allen trusts Devin Singletary.
I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I think a lot of people were going, like you said, for James Cook. He went a pick before you with the auto draft, obviously. But to me, Devin Singletary is locked in for production. Solid RB3. These last couple picks, man, taking forever.
All right.
People trying to get that last one dialed in. Let's see. You got a couple. He needs another receiver. So it's going to be a receiver. Garrett Wilson. Started off strong with Jefferson and Devo. And then went with Garrett Wilson. Kadarius, my guy.
No, that was the one.
My guy. It don't matter. I'm not going with him anyway. I got to get a tight end. So I'm looking at my tight ends right now. And with the makeup of my team, I feel really good about just the setup. So to me, instead of reaching for a guy like Cole Kmet, Irv Smith, Albert O, and like reaching or David Njoku, I'm just going to get the last solid option I see on there that I know is going to give me consistent points. Mike Gesicki, best value available. Let's get it.
Cool. All right, last few rounds, and we're going to wrap things up, man. Thank you guys for joining us so much on the mock. We will do this again, possibly on the weekend. I would say more or less Saturday night would probably be a good one for me. We'll see what happens with everybody else. But if you guys want first dibs on mock drafts, come join our Discord. I will probably be doing maybe 2 mocks at max on Saturday for you guys, for me. And if Justin's available, we'll get Justin on. If not, it'll just be me, and we're gonna roll through each and every pick, and let's do it.
Yes, sir.
So Devin wants me to respect the team. I'm not respecting that team. What the heck? What kind of team is that?
The team is ass, bro. That team is ass.
Hunter Henry over Zach. No, come on, man.
Got a bunch of wide receiver 2s. You don't even got no wide receiver 1s except for DJ Moore. It's going to get 4 touchdowns. The hell? Yeah, we off that team.
Can't respect. No respect, man.
Receiver 2s and receiver 3s across the board as your receiver 2s.
It's tough, man.
God damn.
Oh, wait, your team is ass. Ah.
Bro, how could you can't say that with a straight face, dog. You literally, even if you wanted to hate, you couldn't say my team was ass.
No, absolutely not.
I did forget to get another quarterback, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you messed up on that one.
I did mess up on that one.
All righty. All right, guys. Well, appreciate the live, the support, man. Go ahead and follow us again on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the channels, man. We got them all for you guys. We're out. Peace.
Peace out.